Well, here is a piece by Dennis Connolly and Anne Cleary. I met them first in Paris in the 2002-03, and I was fascinated by their approach to involving the audience or the viewer, and it followed their career for a number of years, and eventually I decided when I saw it, the Here piece, I decided I needed to have it, I wanted it, because it was so beautiful, the way it transformed the movement into drawing. And it was for me, it's an ideal piece to dance with. And I always liked dance, so this was a perfect piece for me to have. The problem was that they really only did installation in big public spaces. And to have it, I wanted it to be domestic as well. So I commissioned them to do a domestic version for it, with which I could live and which I could turn on or off as I liked and dance with it as I liked. So this is the Here piece, which is here, is pretty closely related to the piece which was in the Pompidou Center and the ground floor, and it had a huge response from the public, people dancing and interacting with the piece. The Cape came about with a contact with Roisin Gartland, who is a brilliant artist with leather. And I went with her into the store, and we went through all sorts of leathers, and there was one leather which stood out, and it was this really fine cow hide from Japan. I was trying to get this in a nice move, but I didn't. That's where it's meant to end up. And I said, well, it has to be something with that cowhide. We don't know yet what it is. Go and order a complete cowhide. So half a year later, the cowhide arrived, and then I realized I would find it impossibly hard to cut it apart, to make any design. So we decided, Roisin and I decided we'd do as little interference with the hide as possible and use every element. So any impurity, any things which you normally would cut out are left in. A beautifully soft leather. It feels absolutely incredible. It's an incredible sensation to be covered in this soft leather. It's really magnificent. So it is pretty much as it came, with only very small, very clear changes. For example, it has, where the hooves are, it has pockets. And that is so that you can actually wear it, because otherwise it is just too big. Mikko D rang me one day and asked me to sit for him. And I thought, well, I knew Mikko D's very well, very good, excellent portrait painter, but I didn't really want to portray like an academic or like a big personality. So I decided to bring a few things and would ask him whether it would be okay if I wear something different, that it would be a different portrait. This was me in 2006, and I was a bit not as fit as I am now, but obviously much younger. So I tried to get a similar posture like the one I had. I don't have the beard, so I'm trying to see whether I can. It's 15 years on. And I think it's probably fair to say that it was a very interesting and possibly an important piece for him to paint. The irony, and I think he likes it a lot because the irony, it is very classical, but at the same time, I'm standing on a pallet. And in The Accidental Keeper, Emer has put the painting on a pallet. So it's a play within a play. So the classical image or posture is counteracted through the pallets. You know, it's not a plinth, it's not a stone plinth, it's not something heroic, it's something ordinary.